welcome to the show. Today we're gonna talk about the top 9 places to park your money in the world that are not United States. You're like, what? You always hear about the wealthy people putting their money in overseas portfolios. And why do they do that? Well, they want to protect their assets and threats of litigation or, the government. So that's why a lot of wealthy people have their money in portfolios overseas. And diversifying into international markets could be something interesting to you, besides having a U.S. bank or brokerage firms. So there's a lots of options, and we're going to talk about some banks and see if these might be interesting to have an offshore banking, and taxes and all those beautiful things. We'll give you some tax breaks. So let's just talk about the one that everyone pretty much has heard of, Switzerland. So offshore banking, people have done it with Switzerland, and because it offers the world's strictest confidentiality. So a lot of people don't want anyone to know how much money they have, because then they get super popular and all of a sudden people trip and fall on their property and they're being sued. So that's why people live probably in gated mansions once you're rich, and in gated, secluded areas where you can only come in through the gate if you're allowed. So that's one of the things. You're going to have a peaceful, quiet home with lots of square acreage around you from the next neighbor. Okay, so, and also there's some benefits. They're estimated to have 820% of the country's GDP, gross national product. So in the country is considered stable and politically neutral, and it's protected by strong consensus against any political changes. So that's something why, because it's neutral, people do like it. And it's a leader in technology, has secure encryption, internet banking, electronic funds, transfers, electronic signature. So that could be very interesting to you. So let's take you to the UAE, United Arab Emirates. So the city of Dubai is considered a financial center, and so that might be interesting to look at the benefits of the banking. They include low taxes. So that's why people look at UAE. Low taxes, tax-free zones, privacy that, consider second, they look at Swiss banks. So that could be very interesting. So it asks no question philosophy, and it's home to considerable legal activity, quote unquote. So, and a lot of the industry's incoming funds are from cash or gold. So caution, but everyone loves lower taxes. So that's why, so just see what might be interesting to you. Then there's Panama. It's considered a long-term player in the international banking industry, and they have over 80 international banks, and it is one of the world's largest banking sectors. Did you know that? So that's why I want, as mogul girls and mogul guys and mogul investors and beginning investors, we want to know where the wealth put their money, how they reduce their taxes, and how their money make them grow for them. So do check out some of the Panama's banking, because they really have great tax laws, favorable tax laws, and exemptions for foreign income, so you won't be double taxed, which is very, very important. So foreign income, because if you're in USA or wherever you're at that's not Panama, you'll be considered foreign income, so you won't be double taxed. It's a great place to do business, invest in tourism, and they have great real estate. Tax advantages for your investments. So also, since it's an offshore banking account, if you're in the U.S., it's pretty close to U.S. So if you need to travel there, it's pretty close, and they speak English, so that's really nice. And also, quote unquote, dollarized economy eliminates any foreign exchange risk. So that could be really cool. So say Achilles, say Achilles. So you're like, what? Say who? Say where? So SEYCHELLES. And it's considered the world's best places to set up an offshore corporation. So some of you that are you know, if you're a business owner or a company, a corporation, it's considered the world's best to put an offshore corporation. So, so it says the nation is, quote unquote, a bit lax about reporting interest income to foreign tax authorities. So it does maintain tax treaties with 46 countries, and it does have compliance with the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So it is a rapidly building bank sector, and it is a fast improving economy in the world. So you might want to take a look at that, say Achilles. So Hong Kong. So why is Hong Kong great? It's you know, it's near China, and it's in Asia, and a lot of people love Asia, and a lot of people that are in Europe or North America, they are looking at Hong Kong banking, and they have a wide range of currencies, and some savings accounts can be held in gold, and with Bitcoin being so huge and become the 8th currency of the world, they, you know, the banks are now opening and welcoming the Bitcoin. So do look at those, what are they. So interest rates are really, you know, something to look at, because they're interesting and a little bit better. Their tax laws are favorable for foreigners. So do take a look at that. There are no taxes on capital gains, no taxes on inheritances, no taxes on dividends, and no taxes on deposit interest. The only local income is taxable. So, you know, do take a look at that. Profits from overseas trades that play in Hong Kong managed accounts are usually exempt. So, quote unquote, do look at that, because that's interesting. Singapore. Let's go to Singapore. Okay, what's is considered a top financial center, and the quote unquote, according to Viva Tropical, that they turn a blind eye to illegal foreign activity. Let's not encourage any of that. Let's be legal eagles and do things above board. So it's one of the world's fastest growing wealth management industries, and Singapore is expected to rival Switzerland. So Singapore tax rates, you know, are pretty low, considered, you know, probably the lowest in Asia. They have a wide range of currencies, gold, and so do take a look at that.